Hey guys, happy Friday or whenever you're watching this. I want to do a quick update to my Green Zoro list for OP13. I've done some minor changes since the last video and I've used this since then for all the videos recorded. I haven't made any of the changes and I don't think I plan to until at least OP14 comes out. But at that point, I don't think I'll be on Zoro anymore. But yeah, I just want to kind of run through it. Of course, we have our leader. Can't do anything without that. 8 searchers, right? We got 4 Hiyori, 4 Prona. I think in most matchups, I do want to see the Prona first. Playing this, setting it tapped, it's maybe a little better into Ace. Otherwise, I think having the body ready for Law to bounce is a little bit better. Emu is just gonna kill it, right? They're usually starving you anyways. So creating a difficult situation is a little bit better when you have multiple bodies to tap. For Koshiro, I don't think there's much to say. It's a blocker, protects your board against black. I think if you map the Koshiro well and play it early into Ace, you can also kind of have this suck up a 8K swing when they go into their 10 costs, or just have it on board for another target when they try to Atmos Jozu you. 2 Queena, I still think this is perfect. I don't ever find myself wishing that I had one more. Really, it's 2. I'd rather just play with the Shigis onto the board. Self-explanatory, it's your poke. 4 of the Zoros, right? Play it, restand 2, poke them out. Mid-range, we have our Cavendish, we have our Toshigis, and then we have our Laws. It creates plays. Just be mindful of how you can map out your Dawn, just to create the most optimal one. Play slow. Other than that, I usually don't turn the Law sideways into Emu if I'm expecting a Nojiro or a 5 Elders turn. It's just gonna explode on impact. Other than that, the top end I did change. Instead of 2 of the 9 cost Zoro, I went 1 and 1. I was finding myself sometimes drawing into both, and I wish it was a Shanks because I went wide with the board. Other than that, I really don't search for these. If I draw into it or I open it, I'll play completely like normal with the rest of the cards, and if the situation presents itself, I will slap one of these down. I think the problem is when you search in this format with Ace and Emu is they're either holding a Red Rock or holding a Stussy, and once they see it from the search, they know, hey, I'm gonna keep this, he'll slam it down a turn, I'll bottom it, KO it, it goes bye-bye. And then we have our 2Ks, so we have our Mihawks, 3 Apus, 3 of the Nekos, which I'm sure people are gonna say, what the heck? And then 2 Toshigis. I enjoy this 2K spread. We're still at 12. The Toshigis are just a backup in case something's gonna get bounced by Jozu, popped by Emu, and in Emu at least it turns into a 5K swing if I can establish a Koshiro with it. If I tap with the Hiyori, they gotta pick and choose what they're trying to KO or swing into. It's just a little annoying, so they can only deal with so many bodies. The Neko is just a really big backup. I know there are 5 6s, but the 6 7 is just a little bit better, especially because Emu can't pop it. So if you slam this down because you missed everything else, you can swing next turn, you can use the Law, grab this back, and play something else out. Other than that, it's just down to our events. We have the 4 restand. I don't know why anyone would run less. And then we're at the 2 DMG. I think this is perfect. I'm not often bricking, so I need the 0 cost event, and I don't really need a 3rd DMG. Other than that, I mean, that's the entire list. It's pretty standard, pretty self-explanatory. If you have any questions or any lines, just let me know. Maybe I can try to add some insight. But of course, if you guys have watched all the videos, you may have already seen those lines. Always room for improvement, looking to get better. But until then, OP14 is just around the corner. All right, guys, have a good one.